title match of the night. Not our main event, but our last title match, and it's for a doozy, really. It's going to be Stan the Man Lee versus the King of Horror himself, Stephen King, the current champion. So here we go, folks. Batten down the hatches, the King of Marvel versus the King of Horror. Two of the most creative minds of modern time are about to go at it yet again. This is not their first time meeting up here on Dream Masters, but they're always memorable matches, but this time the title itself is up for grabs. Immediately following after this match, folks, is our main event, which is going to feature the F4L taking on their longtime nemesis, the Hollywood Fitness. And that should be something, let me tell you. That is a team warfare match, which is similar to the old Survivor Series matches, if you remember those, in which the two teams of four will meet in the ring, and it is pinfalls or submissions only. There are no disqualifications. Pinfalls count anywhere in the building, and it is until one man or one team is left standing to finally put an end to which is the better team between the Hollywood Fitness and the F4L. As we see right here, right now, the Master of Horror and the King of Marvel are going at it. And oh my, look at Stan Lee coming right at King right there. And if you guys didn't know that Stan Lee was part of our roster, then apparently you haven't watched our show in forever. And no, look at that. As Stephen King takes down. What is this now? I don't know what that is. It looks like someone from the Revival coming out to interrupt Stephen King. I don't know what that was all about. WWE superstar, one of the people from the WWE has invaded here in Dream Masters. Looks like one of those Revival guys. Apparently he must feel some kind of way since, on his show tonight, I don't even think he's on the card on their own show tonight. But here we have two legends of creativeness in the ring, as Stephen King gets a 1 count on Stan the Man Lee. I'm told by my team here that is Dash Wilder of the Revival. Well, who the hell does he think he is getting involved in this, coming down here? Well, you know what? I get it. You know what? If I wanted to see what a real competitor would be, I would probably want to get action here too. I can understand him wanting to be here. I mean, after all, we do have some of the other guys from the world of wrestling here today who are, standing up for their individual groups. Look at Dash Wilder wanting to get in Stephen King's face. And now look at this, Stan the Man Lee from behind. Of course, Stephen King has fans and followers all over the world, as does Stephen King. Stan Lee has all the superhero enthusiasts in the world and the supervillains of the world, where Stephen King is probably responsible for most people's nightmares. And Stephen King now. Pump handle slam on the 100-plus-year-old Stan Lee. Again, folks, if you think that Stan Lee, just because of his age, has a disadvantage here, you would be wrong. Stephen has some spunk, but Stan the Man Lee has had some big things here in the wrestling world, on Dream Masters anyway. There's two, but right now, Stephen King has in fact retained his title against the 100-plus-year-old Stan the Man Lee. You see a lot of this right here. You got Stan Lee right here with this DDT. No one better than that. Look at that. And here you see Stephen King now at a cross body. Not a very pretty one, but that's ended up with putting an end. But showed you the spunk of Stan Lee. Trust me, folks, this won't be the end of Stan Lee on our roster, but Stan Lee here he had earned this right to get into this match, and he has dropped the ball, I guess you'd say.
Male All-Star Internet Undisputed Universal Champion, the living legend, Stephen King.
Well, there you go, folks. There's your answer, and then there's the result. Dash Wilder probably a little upset. What else is new? Dash Wilder did nothing but sit there and watch helplessly. Stan Lee, of course, part of the awesome ones, the faction led by my son. Stephen King normally is a fellow F4L enthusiast. However, get ready, folks, as we got the 8-man Team Warfare match main event coming up. Batten down the hatches as Fitness, Vengeance, Hollywood Fitness, and the F4L are about to do battle one last time.